Craig, Tennessee.
Brandon.
Brandon.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are y'all?
Good. You sat in this room to preview the 2022 college football season, and you were all up in arms about how Tennessee was going to be good. And you said, do you remember the line that you said that I'm going to repeat to you right now?
That you should pray we don't go 9-3.
You should pray we don't go 9-3.
I think I said to whatever God you believe in.
Pray to whatever
that we
God
don't
you
go 9-3.
believe in that we don't go 9-3 and then have Nico coming in. Now, at that time, you didn't
seen that
know.
kid?
You didn't know Nico would be named the number 1 overall recruit in the country, which On 3 did that to satisfy your big customer base, not really because they believed it.
That's not how that works.
It's absolutely true.
I'll send you. Shannon Terry explained how they break down their
I've never heard of
evaluations.
Shannon Terry.
I'll send you that.
I don't know who Shannon Terry is. No disrespect. You obviously know that I shouted you out last show. That was a joke to mess with him. Anyway.
And not only that, did you see that it got some attention from a former person who used to work here who now works for Shannon Terry?
I did not. Who was that?
Deirdre.
Okay. So
Did you not see that?
I
What'd she
did.
say?
I didn't see that.
She was tagging you and being like, when worlds collide, and put the video up multiple times,
no,
and I was like,
I didn't know.
It's unbelievable. She never once, I'm like an invisible person to that woman.
I think she tagged you too.
No, she didn't.
Oh.
I'm an NPC.
Hey, guys, over here.
She tagged Brandon though.
You said, pray to whatever God you believe in. We do not go 9-3 and then show up with a big time recruit. You didn't go 9-3. You went 11-2, 10-2 in the regular season. You spent several weeks at number 1 in the season. You beat Alabama.
Just 1 week.
You beat the shit out. Oh yeah, that's right. It was my team that spent several weeks at number 1 when we got there. Anyway,
They got
you spent
humiliated in the Orange Bowl,
you
right?
spent,
Didn't win it.
I don't remember. But anyway,
Gave up like 600 rushing
I
yards.
don't remember who we played. This is so long ago. Anyway, you beat Alabama. You beat the shit out of LSU. Hendon gets hurt late. You end up losing 2 games. But overall, go ahead.
I mean, I told you this was going to happen. I said we were going to go 10-2.
You did not. You said pray you don't go 9-3.
But I predicted we went game by game. I said 10-2. Now I didn't say we were going to beat Alabama, but I did say we were going to go 10-2.
So I assume you beaten LSU. You had you beaten South Carolina.
Yeah, it was Bama and
losses
Georgia.
to Georgia
It was
and
Bama
Bama?
and Georgia. Yeah. We were a fucking awesome football team. It was fun.
Give your team a letter grade for this year.
A+.
No chance.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No.
So what would you
because
give them if they won a national title?
What if you had beaten South Carolina? You're saying it couldn't get better. What if you beaten South Carolina and got in the playoff? That's A+.
Okay,
Yeah.
A.
No, well, you're the one that said A+.
But
knowing that
like our win total was 7.5. We sat here and like I said we were going to go 10-2, and y'all laughed and scoffed.
That's fair, but you can't.
And then
get
we won
better than
11
an A+.
games, beat 3 of the last 4 national champions. That's an A+.
No, an A+ would be winning the national title.
wow, what a weird way to stretch it to just shoehorn your win against Clemson in there, saying.
What do you mean?
It sounds so impressive. Beat 3 of the 4.
Yeah, it
national
was
champions.
impressive.
Yeah, but Clemson wasn't that good this year.
It's not like
Clemson
you beat him
wasn't
with
good at
Trevor
all this year.
Lawrence.
Clemson was 1 win away from going to the playoff too.
Clemson wasn't good.
They
Clemson
weren't.
wasn't good.
They weren't nearly as good as we were. But to what you said, Kayce, that's to say that only one team can have a supremely successful season. That's just not true. Tulane had an A+ season.
Yeah,
a
but
decent-
Tulane
it's a decent little
didn't win a. Yeah, but they didn't win a national
again-
championship in 1998.
You put yourself in position to you got here where you were about to reach the highest heights, and then you ended up reaching here,
I
which
would
is
say
fine.
like an A-
It's a lot higher
minus.
than you thought you were going to reach.
I guess I can
A-.
settle with you at A, but I do have a problem with the national champ. Like most teams can't win a national
I
championship.
agree
now
with
Tennessee
that,
could
but
have.
Tennessee
If you
can.
beat South Carolina, you play in the playoff. That's a fact.
Correct.
So
And you
that's not an
didn't.
A+.
And you,
Yes.
and you got your doors beat off by a team you shouldn't have got your doors beat off by. You gave
Yes.
63 points to the South Carolina
You
team.
lost.
who
You
was,
lost by 30.
Yes, and then we also beat all those other teams.
You did. It's
We're not taking
solid
away
A,
from it.
solid A.
I would
Not
say.
A+.
Sure, I can settle with you at
I'm
A.
taking the plus. You can't have the plus.
I would say
Fine.
that I would give them a solid A if they had not lost South Carolina by 30. You guys had an unbelievable season. It's definitely an A. I would say an A- because had you beaten South Carolina, you would have at least been in the college football playoff.
Okay, but again, like if we're sitting here a year ago and we're saying that the bar for critiquing Tennessee is going to be that it didn't make the playoff, sign me
Do
up.
you think giving them an A is critiquing them?
An A- is not a critique. It's
Well,
just
I
not
didn't give them a
perfect.
minus.
Well, that was what she did. That's what she was doing.
Well,
We're saying
Kayce-
Tennessee didn't make the
Kayce's
playoff.
worst.
That's the knock
Kayce's
on them.
the worst. Just talk to me.
No,
Don't worry about her.
do that.
No,
Don't-
Casey's wonderful.
Thank you.
You. That's not what you told me.
That's Brandon. You're hearing things. I'm not critiquing Tennessee as a whole because I agree with you. I would never have thought they would be in the conversation that they were. However, I do think that the fact that they had a pretty clear path to make it into the playoff and
And that's
lost by
fine,
30
and
to
that's-
Spencer Rattler does involve a little bit of a knock on the grade.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you feel bad for 2 years ago being lukewarm about the hire of Josh Heupel?
Do I feel bad about? I mean, I was wrong. I don't necessarily feel bad about. I mean, we're talking about this now with perfect information. We didn't have perfect information at that time.